Hey, my name is Dan and I've been traveling the world for the past 3 years now. As I've explored the various types of landscapes in this vast globe we live in, I find myself always with little time left for post-production. If it's a quick edit session on a glacier in Iceland or an Airbnb in the mountains of Morocco, I've come to heavily rely on Luminar's insane AI features. They just released Twilight Enhancer and I want to show you how easy it is to use and how I would use it to edit 2 of my favorite photos. Alright, so let's head into Luminar. 2 pictures I have selected here, 2 pictures that I really like. I took them last year. This is Morocco in the desert of Sahara. This is in Cappadocia, Turkey. Now, when we go into this first picture here, love the picture. What's the problem? The balloons were rising a bit too early. I mean, they usually rise that early. So the sky was just starting to have, that intense show of colors. Now, it was a bit too early, so the sky was just a bit still on that bluish dark tone. You can sense a little bit of yellow here. So how are we going to fix that? So again, Twilight Enhancer has been a huge tool I've started to use recently. It's so easy. Let's go right in here, Twilight Enhancer. I'm going to start by choosing a preset. Let's go with the Mauve preset. I'm not sure how you say that. Now, usually when you choose a preset, from my experience, it ends up being a little too dark in the beginning. So we're gonna bring that exposure back up. Not a lot. We still want this bottom part to be a bit dark. And I have an idea on what to do with the light here, and I'll show you in a minute. Now, let's see if we can make that a little more intense. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to manually kind of change the temperature in the tint here. I'm going to make the temperature a bit warmer and bring that tint a little bit more to the right, making it a little bit more purple to give a little bit more of that gradient of yellow, pink, purple, bluish gradient. I'm going to see if I can even make it a little bit more intense here and bring that exposure a little bit back more. Now you can see, with just that preset, bring that exposure back and just a few settings here in the sky, we already have a huge difference from before and after, because this is what the sky felt like when I was there, right? So, and us photographers know that difference between what it felt like when it was there and what actually comes out in the picture sometimes differs, so we have to take our own measures here in post-production. Now, I'm not going to really touch the dawn. You can if you like, but I do usually like to keep it at 100. Maybe if you find it to be a bit too intense on that sunrise feel and you're going for something else, you can change that. The scene I'm going to see, so this basically where we're changing here is not the sky, right? So the scene, everything below the sky, and you can either make it a bit darker or a little bit brighter. I'm going to, in this case, make it a little brighter. And we have no water for the water reflection, and the mask refinement is good. Like, for the most part, when I've used this tool, the Luminar does get it right with the masking of the sky, but you can always move it around if the sky horizon is not in the right place. Now, something I want to use here is a tool that I've actually made a tutorial here before on the channel, and it's the relight tool. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. There's going to be a link in the description to watch that video, how to use it, how I use it. I'm going to just quickly select the lights. I'm going to mask this light here. I'm going to actually increase the size and lower the strength here, and then make another mask here, another mask here. And I'm going to just increase that far brightness to just let that light pop to match the fire of the balloons. And the last thing I want to do just to finish this edit, and I'm going to make a little cinematic crop here. I'm going to bring this down, and I still want to be able to see that balloon on the top, so I'm going to increase that there. And let's hit enter. And just like that, with, maybe this hasn't been more than 2 minutes, you can see this huge difference that the Twilight Enhancer does to the photo. It really, as it says, enhances the twilight. So let's move on to this other photo that I took here. Now, again, this in the Sahara Desert in Morocco. When sometimes you're just enjoying the moment, and the sky has that beautiful pink, you're just appreciating it. Next thing you know, 2-3 minutes passed, the sky is no longer as intense as it was just a minute ago. So you kind of want to bring that back when, again, you're in post-production, when you're editing. So again, we're going to go into Twilight Enhancer here. This time I'm going to choose the blush preset. I think that color is going to go very well. First impressions here, a bit too intense, a bit too dark. I'm going to, again, bring that exposure back up. I do like that it's not, it's just kind of that, like, early morning. Actually, I think that this was sunset, if I'm not mistaken. Already, if we take a look, you can see this huge difference. I'm going to go, I'm not even going to touch the temperature and the tint. I do really like this color, and I'm going to go into the scene here, and I'm going to bring up a little bit. I do want to be able to see the dune very well. I want it to feel like it was like this bright environment, this bright sky that was illuminating the dunes. And really, I think that this one, I'm going to keep it simple. It's really just like that. You can see the before and after. You get this. I might just give it a crop. Why don't we do a 4x5 Instagram crop, as if we're going to post this on Instagram. Gonna hit that. I'm gonna center it and apply. I'm a huge fan. I think that this Twilight tool is extremely powerful. It takes just a few clicks for you to get from this kind of bland, simple image to almost like a final result. You don't even need to do anything else. I wouldn't even touch this image any further. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped. I hope you got to see a little bit of how I use this. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. We'll definitely get back to you. Again, thanks for watching and have a great day.